All right, so we've got the Myth board game by MegaCon Games. These are the same people that make MERCS Miniatures. So we are about to do our first playtest of this. So we're going to open this up for the unboxing. So Keith Lowe did the artwork. It's really obvious that he made it. His artwork is absolutely gorgeous. His drawings inspired all of the figures that we're about to see. All right, go to open this up. One of the things I really like about this, look at this. So you can kind of see it here, is they've got the matte finish. So you got the gloss standing out in the artwork here. This stuff is just too cool. So it's a co-op game for 2 to 5 players. We'll be playing our first session tonight, but like all things, you got to open the box before you can play it. So, all right, so decent presentation here. We've got a standard board game, right? I mean, you got your things, you got your chits, you got your rule book. Nice and thick. This reminds me of the Zombicide stuff. Lots of really nice artwork. Again, Keith Lowe, seen throughout. Love that guy. And we're going to have all of the different player classes. And we know that there's going to be some other stuff that's available for all of those that back the Kickstarter, such as other characters, expansion rules, other quests. All right, so one of the things that they promised for this game was that the boards themselves would not bend or warp. So all of these chits and tokens look to be in really nice order. The time, or the test of time, will actually be once we've got these boards laid out and they've been exposed to the elements. Now, already, this is a very different fit and finish from the stuff like from Cool Mini or not. So, for example, Zombicide or Dungeon Explorer, some of those other things, the tiles, they always want to like curve and bend up. But this has got a completely different finish on it. It's glossy. It looks like all of the boards all have a bunch of symbols on here. I'm sure they mean something. So that looks pretty nice. Now, again, they claimed that no bending will be occurring on the test that they've got. So it looks like you start with 3 quest tiles. We've got ourselves the Darkness. So this is the AI, the baddie that you're going to be fighting against. You got hero cards, additional tiles. We're going to have all of our different play decks. Some very nice dice here. Looks like got a bunch of custom symbols. So, you know, I'm actually kind of a fan when they mix together these things. So the symbol-based stuff and miniatures. I'm gonna have to. I'll just go and take a look at one of these. So this is a highly detailed model. It looks like there's minimal flashing, so it's going to be easy to clean up, to paint and prime. Another thing that I like is they're actually pre-assembled, so you'll notice that you can go right out of the box. So something like some of the other board games out there will require you to actually glue and put these pieces together. It is slightly bendable, so it's not a resin, but it's hard enough where it's really nice plastic injection molding. So I'm actually really pleased with the level of detail. You can see some fine, like a skull emblem, the clothing. Again, this is very much Keith Lowe. Good stuff. You get some scale. You get your little goblins. The expressions on their faces are really great. So I'm really happy. A standout thing for me is whether or not the miniatures themselves look good in a miniature game. So the next thing we'll be looking at a couple of these cards. So we'll just go ahead and open one of these packs up. All right, they're not too hard. They are actually going to be, they're the same materials like the bicycle riding cards. I'm thinking that because you put them in a bike. But they've got that weave in them, which is going to give them a bit more durability. They look to be, instead of a cardboard like a magic card or a collectible card, they actually seem to have a nice laminate on them all over the top. So I expect these are going to be really good for things like, in case you get them wet or something along those lines. So I'm actually, and the other thing too is that they don't have like that waxy film that you'll have on a lot of the heavy cardboard stock. So you're going to be able to shuffle these over and over again without them getting that film. Other than Cheetos and whatever greasy food is you're having at your gaming event. Artwork all looks to be up to snuff. What I really like about these is that you'll notice that all of the rules are right on the card, so you're not going to be stuck flipping through the rule book to always learn what's going on. So there's a whole bunch of other decks of cards in here. I'm just looking at quality and how they're packaged in boxing and initial impressions. So gameplay will be something that you get next. So this looks fantastic. So Kickstarter backers, I think you're going to be really happy with what we've got inside this box. So again, this is the Myth board game, and I loves me a good co-op game, so let's hope it lives up to, I don't want to call it my high level of expectations, but there's nothing like actually having a nice, easy to play game that you and your buddies can get together and not necessarily have to be overly competitive about. So there we go.